One way that people waste a lot of time in email is writing the same thing over and over again. What you may not know is most email programs have something called templates. I'll show you how to use Gmail's templates today on Tuesday Tech Training. Hello and welcome to today's Tuesday Tech Training. My name is Jennifer Stewart. I'm the owner of Gateway Productivity, and I am a tech and productivity trainer. Today, I want to teach you how to save quite a bit of time by creating Gmail templates. And what templates are is the standard emails that you send on a regular basis, things that you find yourself typing over and over again. Whether it's a portion of an email or a whole email, you can do either one. Gmail allows you to create up to 50 templates like this. Let's jump right into how to create those templates in Gmail. The first time you create templates, you'll need to make sure that the templates option is turned on. You'll do this by going to your Gmail settings. That is the gear in the upper right corner here, and then see all settings. Once you get to your settings menu, you'll look at these options across the top and find advanced. Once you click on that, you can see there's a list of options. Today, we're just going to worry about templates, and I'll move my picture so you can see this. Here you can see the templates option is currently disabled, and that is the default for Gmail. So most likely when you start to use templates, you'll need to go in here and enable this. Click the enable button and be sure to click save changes. Don't forget to do that. Once you click Save Changes, it will restart your inbox because there are settings that it's putting in place that didn't exist before. Now that our inbox is back up, we're going to try composing our first template. The way a template is created is by first writing the information that would be in the template and then turning that email into the template. Let me show you what that looks like. To create our first template, we'll click on Compose as normal. And I'm going to move my picture out of the way so that you can see what's going on. And if you have signatures set up, that will show up here. I will put a link to the video about how to create those signatures in the notes below. Now we will compose our template. As we start our template, there's a couple things to keep in mind. The first thing to remember is that the name of your template will be the subject line. So when you're creating your template for the first time, you don't have to fill in the subject line information. Second of all, your signature will be a part of the template if you leave it in here. And the confusing part about this is that if you add in a template to an email and it has a signature in that, you'll probably have your signature in there twice. So my recommendation is that if you have a standing signature set up, don't put your signature in a template. So we'll start this one by deleting this signature out. I'll make this one my standard prospect template. When I create template text, I will often put X's or highlighted text for the areas where I need to fill in information. And that way it sticks out to me when I am creating this for an individual. For instance, you can see the hi XXX and then reaching out about XXX. So it depends on what that person is reaching out about. I might say something a little bit more customized for each person. You can choose whether or not you want to put the hi and their name. You could leave that out and make it even less that you have to fill in. Remember, when you get to the end, you don't need to put any signature information if you have a standing signature that always pops up. If you don't have one of those standing signatures and you don't want one, then feel free to put your information at the end. Now that I have the template information the way I want, I need to save this as my template. The way I do that is going down to the 3 vertical dots down here in the bottom right. I'll click on that and you can see that templates shows up. If for some reason you're not seeing templates as an option, you need to go back to the beginning of the video and make sure you enable templates. You can see in this templates menu, there are a couple different options. I can save this draft as a template, and since I don't have any other templates, that's what I'm going to need to do. This is also where you would go to delete a template if you make a mistake or if there's an older one that you want to get rid of. At this time, we need to save the draft as a template. And you can see again, there's no saved templates right now. So I'll save as a new template. And I will call this my prospect template. And you don't have to use the word template when you're doing this. You can use whatever makes the most sense to you. Remember, this is something that you're using. You don't have to worry about anybody else seeing this. Once you have it named the way you want, you can click save, and nothing changes at this point. So it's kind of hard to know what exactly happened. If you're concerned about whether it worked or not, you can always delete this. And remember, we already saved it as a template. You can go back in here, go to templates, and see that that prospect template is there. But if you want to start fresh to see if it truly worked, you can delete this because we've already saved the template. So we don't need this draft email anymore. It saved that text as a template, and the email you were creating was really just kind of a pass through to save that template. And unless you need to send this as a prospect email right now, you can discard the draft. Now let's test our new template to make sure it works. We'll go to Compose. As normal, remember that we did not put the signature in the template because we didn't want to have it appear twice. So we can leave our signature this time. We'll go to the three dots and we'll choose templates and we'll go to our prospect template. When we pull that in, as you can see, the subject line becomes the name of the template. So it's best if you name your template based on what the subject line will be or something that you can remember to change. Once you make the necessary changes to possibly adding a name, possibly adding some individual information, you will be ready to send the email. Now we'll talk about how to make changes to a template. The first thing you do is go to composing a new email, just like normal. And in this case, I'm going to be editing a template, so I don't want my signature to show up for this. So I'll take that out. Your next step when editing a template is to pull the current template in unless you're going to completely replace it. If you want to use some of the wording that's in it, go ahead and pull it in. And then you can make changes to the wording. Let's say I just don't want this sentence at all. I can take that out. And the way I save this is to go back to my three dots, go to templates, and then save draft as template. But instead of choosing to save as a new template, I'm going to choose the one that already exists, and you'll see what happens when I click on that. It asks me if I want to overwrite the saved template, and I removed the sentence that I wanted to remove, so I'm going to click say yes, I'm going to save that. And the next time we would go test this, we'll go ahead and delete our draft. Let's go test this to make sure that it worked. We'll go in, we'll pull in our prospect template, and you can see that other sentence is no longer there. The last thing I'll show you is how to delete a template. You start the same way as everything else. You start with Compose, and this is really, you can consider this the way that you get to your templates menu, is always to start through composing an email. We'll go down to our three dots again, templates, and this time we want to delete a template. What it will do is give you a secondary menu over here, and you can choose which template you want to delete. And it will give you one other chance. So if you accidentally click on something, it won't be gone immediately. When we click on this, it does ask again, is this the template that you want to delete? Because once it's gone, it's gone. What you can do is if you accidentally delete one, you can go to your sent items and find one where you sent that template, copy it, and paste and create a new one. That's your best bet if you accidentally delete a template. Here, we do want to delete our prospect template, so I'm going to delete it, and you can always test to see if that happened correctly. Click your dots, go to templates, and you shouldn't see it in your list anymore. One final note I want to give you is if you choose to use templates for a portion of an email, let's say there's a couple paragraphs that you always find yourself writing, but the rest is going to be custom. What templates will do is it will put the template in whatever you've already written. So if you start writing an email and then you choose to insert a template, it'll insert it right after what you've written. So this is a great tool for just using portions of an email or an entire email itself. As I always say, start small, choose one, maybe two templates to create and start using those and see how much they help you and how much time they can save you. If you find that it's a very useful tool for you, then you might want to go in and create even 10 of them. Again, you have up to 50 that you can create. It does make it a little harder to find things when you have that many, but if you find that you're going to use a lot of templates, maybe think of a naming convention that you can use that will make them very easy to find. Have you had a light bulb moment from this training? If so, please let me know in the comments below. I like to see what's working for people. And if you have any questions, feel free to put that in the comments below as well, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. You can also choose to give the video a thumbs up, or you can share it with someone who you think could benefit from the information. And be sure to subscribe with the red button below. Once you click on that, you'll also have the choice to click on a bell icon. That will give you notifications when each new video is posted. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time.